things you can think when you think about
Seuss. Seuss.
Welcome to another episode of Wake Up with the Wiltshires.
Yes, and we decided on a Dr. Seuss theme today. Very excited to have Dr. Seuss books and characters here with us today. Lots of fun to be had on today's show with Dr. Seuss, and as you know, you're at home, so you can do that as well. Want to welcome our North Street students, Grafton students out there, everyone else yesterday, Millbury students, and thank you again to Mr. Burke, Mr. Hall for joining us yesterday, KK's principals. It was very nice of them to do that. Good way for our communities to come together during this difficult time. A couple birthdays to share today. We have our 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Brennan. Happy birthday to you. And one of our good friends, Jimmy, happy birthday to you. Hope you're enjoying your special days down there as well. Today also happens to be also another day that's special to me and North Street School and really all of Grafton. And that's World Autism Awareness Day. So let's, before I talk a little bit about that, our word of the day happens to be awareness. Stephen, do you want to tell us a little bit about what awareness means to you?
It kind of means like you're good at something, or...
No, okay, good guess. Not necessarily good at something. KK, any ideas of what awareness means to you? What happens if I'm aware of something? If I'm aware of something, what does that mean?
It means that you know, like, what's happening.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right. If I'm aware of something, it means I know what's happening around me, or I know about something. It's increasing my knowledge of something. And that's what World Awareness Day is, World Autism Awareness Day is all about, is increasing our knowledge about autism. There's a quote they like to use, and that's shine a light on autism. And you can see I have my shirt here. Some of the middle school students in Grafton a few years ago put these shirts together. You know, definitely a superpower. I love it. I love the puzzle pieces as well. And those puzzle pieces represent the different types of autism that exist and the range of autism that exists. And so you can do some activities with World Autism Awareness Day at home. We printed off these really cool autism awareness ribbons here. You probably have seen that before, and we started coloring it in with the primary colors of yellow, blue, and red. So that's something really fun that you can do at home. And I hope that you consider taking some time to learn a little bit about Autism Awareness Day. And very good cause there, of course. Very good cause. Let's move on to the number of the day, Stephen and Caitlin. And we actually have two numbers. The numbers of the day are 11 and 17 because I wanted to show parents at home another fun, easy way to do some math in the moment when you're at the dinner table or at the lunch table. It's called alike and different. So with the numbers 11, 17, you can pick any two numbers, really. You just compare them. How are they alike? How are they different? KK, when you think of the numbers 11 and 17, what do you think about as them? What do you think? Is there anything alike you see or different?
There's alike because they're both odd.
That's right. One way they're alike is that they are both odd numbers. Stephen, what about you? What do you notice?
I noticed that they're numbers that only have two factors.
Right, so what does that mean they are?
They're prime numbers.
That's right. There, 11 and 17 are both prime numbers. A way they might be different is that 17 is greater than 11, right? 11 has the same digit in both the ones and the tens place value, whereas 17 has two different digits. You can continue on talking about these for a while. That is called alike and different. Another fun way we usually start math lessons and engaging the kids before we dive into something more serious and difficult for kids. Well, I would like to share, as this is Dr. Seuss Day, I'm going to need you to hold my microphone, Stephen, for me on this one, but we were thinking about our favorite Dr. Seuss books, and I don't have enough time to read an entire Dr. Seuss books, but one of my favorite books happens to be Fox and Socks. But there's a part of this book that is my favorite pages or section of any Dr. Seuss book I've ever read, and I've read quite a few of them, of course. As you go through Fox and Socks, obviously there's a lot of tongue twisters here. It's a really fun book to read. I encourage you to go read it today. It's one of my favorites, but this is my favorite part here. I'm going to read to you real quick for you. Okay, can you hold that page for me? What do you know about Tweedle Beetles? Well, when Tweedle Beetles fight, it's called a Tweedle Beetle battle. And when they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle. And when Tweedle Beetles battle with paddles in a puddle, they call it a Tweedle Beetle puddle paddle battle. And When beetles battle beetles in a puddle paddle battle, and the beetle battle puddle is a puddle in a bottle, they call this a tweedle beetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. And when beetles fight these battles in a bottle with their paddles and the bottles on a poodle and the poodle's eating noodles, they call this a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. And well, wait a minute, Mr. Socks Fox. When a fox is in the bottle where the tweedle beetles battle in their paddles in a puddle on a noodle-eating poodle, this is what they call a tweedle beetle, noodle poodle, bottled, paddled, muddled, duddled, fuddled, waddled, fox and soxer. One of my favorite sections of any Dr. Seuss books. I encourage you to go read that today. It's really enjoyable. We took some time for wacky words with the Wiltshires. We read some Dr. Seuss books ourselves, and we came up with a few words we wanted to share with you from Dr. Seuss. And here they are. KK, you want to start today?
Mine is smorgasbord. A buffet offering a variety of hot and cold food.
That's right, a smorgasbord. Fun word to say. It's one of those words, if you just say it, it just makes you smile and laugh. Maybe you can have a smorgasbord of quarantine food at home today. Mine happens to be the Zizzer Zazzer Zuzz, as you can plainly see. Zizzer Zazzer Zuzz comes from the book Dr. Seuss's ABCs. It's the last one in there, and I'll show you a picture real quick. This is a Zizzer Zazzer Zuzz. Very fun, yes. I can remember reading this to these guys many, many times when they were younger. Steven, what did you come up with?
I came up with Quaggerbug.
Quaggerbug.
A mysterious little creature who always pulled Horton into bringing him bezel nuts.
Comes from the Horton, one of the Horton books there, right in front of you, the Quaggerbug. And here's a fun activity you can play. Here's a fun activity you can say. Here's a fun activity you can do. Today, you can make up your own words like Dr. Seuss. So I came up with one, ploop, floop, wallabaloop. I don't know what it means. I could come up with it. I think it means like jumping around and having fun, but make up your own words at home with Dr. Seuss. All right, as we know, Cat in the Hats, when they're done with their playthings, right, what do they have to do, Caitlin?
Clean up.
They need to clean up their mess, right? We know that from Cat in the Hat, so here comes the wheel of chores, kids. I know it's your favorite segment on the show. We encourage you, whatever we get here for the wheel of chores, you should be doing at home. But Mary Poppins reminds us, telling parents to do you're going to do your chores is a pie crust promise, right? Easily made, but easily broken. Steven, spin the wheel. Let's see what you get today.
Clean my room.
Clean his room. Very good, very good. Always want to keep a clean room. KK, give it a spin.
Mop.
Mop the floor. All right, mop the floor. Well, we will make sure we get that room clean, Steven. We'll mop up the floor, and we'll get our chores done before we have some fun, right? See what I just did there again? Yes, we could keep this going all day, right, Caitlin? Yep. All right, well, it wouldn't be an episode of Wake Up with the Wiltshires without some funny jokes with
Dad.
Yeah.
Very exciting, right, Caitlin? Yes, funny jokes with Dad. So here's one for you guys. What do you get when you combine thing 1 and thing 2?
I don't know.
Thing 3.
Yes, thing 3, Caitlin. Nice work. Yeah, thing 3. Yeah, absolutely, yes. What did the Cat in the Hat order at the restaurant? Well, you might think green eggs and ham, but instead he ordered 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, and the blue fish. Lots of fish. Yeah. Very good, very good. Parents, we hope that you guys are doing well out there. North Street parents, please watch for an email tomorrow morning from me, and you'll start hearing some teachers about some changes to our at-home learning next week, and I think there's be some good changes happening for our students and for you at home. So please be looking for that. Wanted to
Animal adaptations.
do our animal adaptations real quick. We almost forgot. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. And yes, the gecko won yesterday, so the gecko has won. And today, now, we have, coming up, the Roadrunner versus the
Beaver.
beaver. Yes, the Roadrunner versus the beaver. Any BVT fans out there, they are the beavers, in case you didn't know that. KK, tell us about the Roadrunner.
The Roadrunners have short wings, so they don't fly very much, but they can run up to 17 miles per hour. This is because they have X-shaped feet with 2 toes and in front and two toes in back. To stay hydrated in the desert, they eat food that has a high water content like berries, grass, and milkweed. When there is very little food, roadrunners eat their young.
Ugh. Oh, okay. Yes, KK and I were talking about that adaptation. It's a behavioral adaptation. Seems kind of strange, doesn't it? But a lot of animals will do that at times because
Sharks.
it allows them then to have more babies later on when there's more food. So it's a survival adaptation that they really have, a behavioral adaptation. So sounds gross to us, but animals must do that in order to survive at times. Stephen, tell us a little bit about the beaver. One of the coolest animals that you can even see around here.
Beavers' teeth never stop growing, which means they can take down trees, and when they do that, they are sharpening their teeth. They hold extra fat in their tails to survive during the long winter months, and it helps them swim. They have webbed feet to swim as well, and it also helps them pick up mud to put in their dam.
Interesting. Yes. Their adaptations, structural adaptations are really quite neat. They're amazing builders. Their engineers building those dams are quite impressive. And you can even see some in and around Grafton, believe it or not, in signs of the beaver there. Very cool. Well, you know what to do. Give us your vote and let us know who's going to win tomorrow's. We'll let you know who wins tomorrow. The Roadrunner versus the Beaver. And we'll go from there. I want to end with just reminding you at home, again, really encourage you to spend some time here, do some activities around World Autism Awareness Day, really fun way of doing some different things. I like the coloring pages myself, but there's a lot of different activities out there. We encourage you to do that. And we want to always remind you, it is always a great day to... Oh wait, Stephen, do you have any more jokes for us to play today?
Yes, I do.
Oh boy, oh jeez. Now we want to remind you it's always a great day to smile. Sam, I am.